can have it send the images to them automatically, that kind of thing. So you might want to click that and go investigate online to see if you can find other published services. Any general questions?
Everyone, is there an FTP plugin at all?
Say that again?
Is there an FTP plugin for if you have a web server you run?
Is there FTP plugin? Let me see in here. I don't believe so for that. There is an FTP area within this on the web tab, but you're going to be uploading a web gallery, not just images. If there is an FTP plugin for this, I haven't worked with it, but I would click on this or do a Google search for Lightroom Published Services FTP and see if you come up with something. Other questions?
Yes, indeed. A good amount of people are asking, is there a way to export to a Facebook fan page instead of a profile?
Ooh. You should be able to, I'm assuming, log in with that before you, hold on a second, before you authorize it and see if that will allow you to. Hold on, I'm trying to sign into Facebook as we do this, so that if you guys are looking at me or those guys, then you can't see my info. Oh, can't. I'm sorry. Can't go on Facebook on there, so that's all right. So I can't show you those right now. But I'm not sure as far as the Facebook fan page goes. Karen manages my fan page, and so I haven't needed to upload to it. I upload to my normal page, and then she grabs anything that happens to be there, and she uses something called Hootsuite to publish to many of the other services. So, yeah.
So Ben, just to let them know that I've been able to do that, and it shows up. Yeah. It's a little bit oddly worded, but it shows up where you set the album.
Okay.
And then if you look closely at the album descriptions, it's not only the ones that are part of your personal account, but there are some that are actually fan pages. It doesn't call them fan pages, but it has the name of the fan page.
Okay. So you'll see the name of the page even though it doesn't use the wording of fan page.
Right, under albums.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okay, another question.
Yep.
Ben, this is from Stargazer Photography. Do the photos stay published if you remove them from the catalog or move them to another catalog?
Yes, they do stay published. And there, I believe, is an option where it would take them down if you delete them or make it so it would no longer conform to, like for instance, on this hard drive one, if I were to go into the portfolio and I were to change the rating of one of these photos so that it would no longer conform to that search, then if I come back here, it says publish up here, but it tells you what it's going to do. It's going to say delete photos or remove. And as far as I remember, it does the same thing if you're using other services. So if it suddenly doesn't fit in with that, you will need to, it's not going to do it automatically. You always got to click on it and then see what needs to be changed and hit the publish button.
Yeah, apparently with Facebook there's some limitations, so it'll pop up with a warning saying that it can't delete or modify.
Yeah, it depends on the service that you're in. In some services it seems to depend on how old the image is. Like you can edit them for a certain period of time.
Okay, we can move on.
Cool. So then that's not the only way that we can get our images online. There are other things so we might want to consider. And so let's say I have a series of images and I want to get them on the web, but I don't want to put them on Facebook. I don't want to put them on Flickr. I want to put them on my own website. Well, if you select a series of images, when you look at the different modules at the top, you can click on the web module on the far right, and that's where you can create a web gallery directly in Lightroom. This is not the highest tech web gallery on earth. You know, you can go online and find other ones that are more sophisticated, but the fact that it's happening right in Lightroom, and if you did this by using a collection, the fact that you could easily add photos later and that kind of stuff can be very useful. So let's take a look at what we can do. First off, in the upper right, we have 5 different choices of what type of gallery we can have. We can have a simple HTML gallery, or we can have a Flash-based gallery. And click on each one will show you what that gallery would look like with the photos you currently have.